Hello and welcome back to Misplaced Memories. Today we are going to be talking about a small collection I have of knives. Let's get right into it, shall we? This one is a Gerber knife. It has a weird locking mechanism where you slide this thingy down to let it free. Pretty sharp. I've had it for a real long time now. Never really used it, I just kind of got it because it looked cool. That's one. Two, this one is a buck knife. It's probably my most used knife just because it's the most, normal one. Use it around the house when I need to open up shit. It's high quality. It's very lightweight and very sharp. This one is a little more weird. It has the weirdest locking mechanism out of all of them, in that this part slides up and down and you swivel it around to open it up. That one, it used to be like the sharpest one I had, but I've never sharpened it, really, and it just kind of sits around looking pretty. And now we get to the more fun ones. This one is a butterfly knife, which I sometimes use to open up things, but mostly if I'm messing with it, I'm just playing with it by swirling it around and having fun. Because that's pretty much what butterfly knives are made for, just having fun, not really being used. And this one's probably my favorite pocket knife. It's a Japanese knife with a brass handle and a high carbon steel blade. It has no lock, and it has really good steel, and it is stupidly dangerous. I can probably dissect a hobo with it if I try hard enough. And I really need to clean the handle because the oils from your hands really rub off on brass and give it a sort of patina that makes it look older than it really is, but I prefer it looking newer. Now we get into bigger knives. This one is a World War II, I believe, Belgian bayonet. I bought it at an antique store a while back. It was very dull when I got it because it was from World War II and it probably had never been sharpened since then. But I sharpened it myself using my water stone, and now it's very brutal looking, at the very least. But I've never actually cut anything open with it. I just kind of leave it on the table because I think it looks nice. Next up, we have my K-bar, which is my favorite large knife, definitely the most used one. Used to have black all over the edge, but when I sharpened it, it started chipping away at it, so I just removed it from the entire edge, and I think it looks better like that. Now it looks much more dangerous than before. Again, very sharp, very dangerous. You should never play around with knives because knives are dangerous, children. Don't ever have them by the handle in your hand because you don't know what's going to happen. You might end up accidentally cutting yourself, and you don't want that to happen, now do you? That's it for things that are directly called knives, but it's not it for sharp bits of metal I have. And now we're going to get into the more ridiculous stuff. This is called a horse sword. It has a more creative Chinese name that I don't remember. It's a type of Dao, which just means it's a one-sided sword. But again, I bought this very dull at a mall several years ago because I liked how it looked. It's really big, and I've sharpened it myself. It's not like shave the hair off of your arm sharp, but it certainly is dangerously sharp. You should never grab a knife by the blade like that. You might end up hurting yourself. Now to finish off all of it, we have a Han era gem, which is a nice sword. It's got very high quality steel. It's very sharp, very dangerous, and very nice looking. And again, you there at home, be careful when handling knives and swords of any sort, because you don't want to accidentally end up hurting yourself. You don't want to have any part of you touch the metal. Remember that. Only touch the handle, because if you touch the metal, you might end up hurting yourself. And that's all I have to say about that.